Hi everyone, Lindsay here. I am finally going to breach the topic of what to pack and how to pack it. I am getting ready to head back to Sicily in less than a week, and I'm a wee bit excited. So I actually started packing, whereas before when I had left to go on my first trip, I waited to the last possible minute to pack my backpack and didn't really know what to pack, and I managed to figure it out and ended up spending about 16 months in Europe and went through all the different seasons. And I have learned a thing or two about what to bring and what not to bring. So right now, I'm just going to walk you through the gear that I use, what I'm packing, which it's going to be a bit more unconventional this time because I know where my first destination is, whereas before I had no idea where I was going. I know I'll be going to Sicily, and that will kind of be my home base, considering that's where my boyfriend lives. So I know I'll be able to leave some stuff at his house, so I'm kind of really trying to pack as much as I possibly can, and then we'll pick up some essentials once I get there. And I'll kind of go through my methodology. So first of all, I'm going to start with the backpack that I've mentioned previously in other videos. I'm using the same one again. It's the Osprey Farpoint 40. So you can see it is fairly small, but this was the one that when I Googled like the best backpacker's backpack, it came up and I ordered it and it showed up in the mail and I was like, oh my God, what am I going to do with this thing? But it actually, if you organize it correctly, which I'm going to show you how to do it, you can actually fit quite a bit amount of stuff in here. So the reason I love it is it does have compartments in it, but then I compartmentalize further. So this time around, I did end up investing in a new computer because my old computer, which was a full-size computer, is just like becoming a piece of shit. So I did buy a small like 2-in-1 Dell computer, which is about this big. So I'll be able to put that in the laptop compartment here, which is a little slight bit padded, and it'll give me a little bit of extra space since my laptop won't be as big. And then there's just the main compartment inside that has some zipper and some straps areas. So this would be the main thing. It is fairly comfortable. The straps are really padded, and I think the longest I wore this bag was I was waiting to go somewhere in London and I had to carry around all my gear for 4 hours. So, and considering it does get heavy once you have everything in there, this is what I would recommend, but kind of try it on, see what you would like, and pick that out. So that's my basic gear. And then the thing that I screwed up with last time is I bought this really ugly but practical like traveler's little purse that had some zippers in it, but it really ended up being too small. And once I started traveling, like I don't like to acquire more things unless absolutely necessary, so I just kind of stuck with it. But this time I'm gonna do like a bag within a bag within a bag method. So this is going to be, because I carry everything onto the plane, so that'll be my backpack. And then my personal bag, the method that I'm going to try to use this time, because I've had this bag that one of my amazing friends gave to me as a gift one year for New Year's, because she works at Under Armour, and it's really super sturdy. So I'm going to be using this bag, which would make a much better like day bag if I'm really walking around a city. So this will be my main one. And then I found this little black purse for $10 at TJ Maxx. So this will kind of be like my more casual daytime bag because I can actually like fit some stuff into it. And then I actually have an even smaller purse that's like I like the messenger style bag because then I can keep my purse like up in front of me on my hip. I'm going to put another bag inside of that. So like I'll have 3 bags inside of bags inside of bags. So I have multiple options when I was traveling because I really didn't like not having, because I'm not super concerned about my looks while I'm traveling, but like I want to be able to look cute if I'm going out and about. So this will give me kind of a couple options. So this is going to be my personal carry-on bag, which I just put, I have a little tiny wallet, obviously my cell phones, my passport, little stuff like that. So that's all that. And then in terms of packing clothes and what I pack, I found these amazing things called travel cubes at TJ Maxx for $15 when I originally left, and they are a lifesaver in terms of keeping me organized. And it's a 3-pack, so there's a large, a medium one, and then a small one, and they just so happen to fit like a glove inside of my backpack. So this is how I compartmentalize everything. And as you can see, I already have this one packed with stuff because these are dresses, Since I'm going to be doing a lot more socializing in Sicily, I decided that I want to bring some more dresses, and some of them are like daytime to nighttime, but how I pack them in here is I roll everything, and then on top I have some skirts. So this little compartment has 3 dresses, a romper, and 3 skirts all rolled up and fit inside of here. So this one's pretty much good to go. And the second thing for this one is like t-shirts and tank tops it's going to be. So I just get a lot of basics, like basic colors that I can mix and match and wear with either pants or wear like with a skirt. And the material that I really like for traveling is this like stretchy material that's like super fake. I don't know what it's called. But I found let's see, oh, it's nylon and spandex. Oh gosh. And the good thing about spandex clothes is if you get a little fat while traveling, it will kind of grow with you. Not that I know anything about that, Sicily. But these things, they tend to wash better. I've noticed when it's stretchier material, like it doesn't get as much like snags and tears and that kind of thing. So I found actually 4 of these tank tops in my local like Body Basics store, I think it was called. So 4 of them for $10. So for me, as they get worn out, I'm really not that attached to them, and I can just donate them or throw them away if they're really beat up. So I have a bunch of these, and then aside from that, I usually bring, like, I have a little athletic jacket zip up, and that's pretty much about it for tops. Like, I kind of keep it basic, and I'm gonna actually wear a leather jacket onto the plane, even though it's gonna be like 80 degrees here in California and really warm in Sicily. But I always try to put as many clothes on my body when I'm flying, like my jackets, my bulkier boots, so that I don't have to worry about shoving that shit into my backpack. And in terms of bottoms, I will be bringing some athletic pants, since I do like a lot of hiking. So I have just like quarter length capris that I'll be bringing with me, and then I also have long leggings that I want to bring, but I really don't know if they're gonna all fit. So I'll be bringing at least 1 pair of leggings, because I wear them for when I'm out, you know, hiking and doing activities, as well as to sleep. So because I really don't pack pajamas. And then in terms of bottoms, last time I just brought 1 pair of dark jeans, because I feel dark jeans are much more versatile in terms of like dressing them up. But so I'll be wearing dark jeans on the flight, but then I was able to find these really like thinner Levi leggings that I think I found. And once again, like, I love TJ Maxx and all these discount stores for shopping stuff, because like I found these Levi's and they were only like $18. So if they get beat up or if they don't work out, I'm really not like, oh my gosh, I'm out all that money. So I'll be bringing these as well. So that's in terms of clothes. Like, I always just make sure I have some basics in terms of some tops, some like a jeans, a pair of leggings, and something to get dressed up in. There really is no rhyme or reason as to what you want to pack it. It's all based on your personal preference. But the couple things that I learned the last time was I packed so much black, because I'm like, oh, it won't look like it's dirty. And then half the time, like, it seriously looked like I was going through a funeral every day. So this time I'm trying to like pack a little bit more colors, and obviously still some like basic blacks and that kind of thing. And then in terms of like the additional things that I pack is I do have a quick dry towel, which I always bring with me, because sometimes when you're in like hostels or if you're staying, you might need your own towel, and it actually just comes and it goes into like a little bag, so it's really not taking up that much space. I did not have to use it as much as I thought I would, but it's always good to have it, and it's one of those things, if you shower in the morning and hang it out on the ledge, it's like dry within 10 minutes. So I have that, and then everything else that goes into my bag is confined within another little bag. So let me show you what I mean by that. I have all these tiny little bags. I don't really travel too much with toiletries, aside from like basic toothpaste and toothbrush. Like shampoo, I'm not really super picky. One of the steps that I did take this time is I cut my hair much shorter than it normally is, and it's just a lot easier for travel, as well as I like hats, because I'm like a day like today, my hair is a hot mess and I didn't feel like having to do it. So like I'll throw on a hat, and it's so good for summertime. But like I'll travel with like just very basic makeup in one bag. Like another bag will be 2 of my absolute travel essentials in order to get good sleep. Is I always travel with a sleep mask and earplugs, and you know I put them in a little case, and I actually at home, I've been using an ear mask and ear mask, an eye mask and earplugs, because it just helps out drown out the sound, and I can get like a better night's rest, and it's like super cheap. So I always have those kind of things with me. And this time around, because I am really into health and wellness, I want to try to see if I can pack in some more health things. So what I'm going to do by that is I actually made this little bag, and I'm not sure if it's going to get through security or not because it looks super suspicious. But I'm willing to try because otherwise the vitamins aren't going to get used anyway. So I take a general like B complex. I take magnesium at night to help with sleep. And I take vitamin D, vitamin C, and a little iron pill. So I actually put them all in like little separate baggies, and then I have them all confined within a bigger bag. So that'll at least get me started, because it's not that it's impossible to stay healthy while traveling, but it just, once you're like living on a super budget, like at home I eat organic, I always cook for myself, I'm at home, and I have access to all the things that I like I'm a coconut oil freak and like love apple cider vinegar. But those are kind of things that I haven't really been able to find in everywhere that I go. So I'm going to kind of get started with at least like some basic comforts, as well as I don't really consume a lot of refined sugar. I try to stay away from that. But I do like coffee and that kind of thing. So at home I use liquid stevia. So it was like $10, but it lasts like a really long time. So I'm planning on bringing this with me so that like I can sweeten coffee, and because I don't drink milk either. So at least if I'm having coffee somewhere, I can kind of have a little taste of home with me. So I'm going to bring this. And then I also write for a really great health website called FitLife, and I contribute to their blog all the time. And one of the great products that they came out with while I was traveling the last time was this green juice powder, which I eventually finally got able to try when I was in Tuscany, and it was just great because there are times when it's like maybe the person that I'm volunteering with, they don't eat as much like fruits and vegetables, and I'm just off my normal diet, and like it just screws up all my digestion. So one thing that I am going to bring too is they rolled out individual juice packets. So what it is, it's just you mix it with water. It's called Organifi, and it tastes really good, and it's something like in the mornings. I'm not a big morning person, but like I can have a green juice and it'll give me a little bit of energy. And I've been experimenting with these in smoothies and stuff at home, and I really like the product. So I have a whole box of it, which I need to figure out. It's going to be like kind of all like this way, like the little fill in the gaps kind of thing. And some other essentials that I pack is I have my converter, of course, for my computer and my charger. And I read on some blogs, I'm big on kind of like developing your own method. So yes, watch different videos, learn what other people are doing, but then ultimately do what makes sense to you. Like having everything in these little tiny compartment bags just makes sense to me, because I can open up my bag, or there's been times where like I'll get like pulled aside at security, and it just makes it so much easier to like take out the packing cubes and put everything and that kind of thing. But if this doesn't make sense to you, don't use little bags. But I did read on a blog to always carry a combination lock. I think I used it one time in 16 months, but for some reason, like mentally, I just feel like I need it. So there's been times on trains, like if I'm going to try to take a nap, I will lock together all the toggles on my backpack and then put my foot through the straps, so that it just makes me feel like, okay, at least my stuff's a little bit safe. Because I personally, I did have my wallet picked out of my pocket one time in Rome. I think at least, I'm still not sure what really happened, but I did have a friend of mine that actually was like sitting on a train in broad daylight, and somebody just like took her purse. So you do have to be a little bit careful when you're traveling, and just kind of aware of what's around you. So that's why I bring this. And that's pretty much the basics of what I pack. And then as I go, I have to go over shoes. Okay, so for shoes, I am going to be wearing boots that I already have onto the plane. They're really, I don't know how practical they're going to be for this season. I have been looking for like shorter ankle boots, but if I find them cheaply, then I'll do that. If not, then I'll be wearing boots onto the plane, considering they're the bulkiest. And then I obviously always have a pair of like running shoes that I can exercise in, that I can hike in. And I also this time bought like a pair of Toms that I can just like walk around in, and I'm really still kind of on the hunt for a really supportive walking sandal that doesn't look super dorky, because I do end up doing a lot of walking, and that's like one area where I majorly screwed up in. I was just way too cheap last time, and once I got on the road and like all my shit started falling apart shoe wise, like it was very difficult for me to make the investment and spend money on like a good pair of shoes. So like I always had like a nice sneaker or something, but in terms of like sandals and everything, that's where I'm going to put some, I've tried to invest a little bit more this time around, because once I get to Europe, I plan on buying like just flip-flops for the shower, like little stuff like that I really don't need ahead of the game. And we'll just kind of take it from there and see kind of how that goes. So shoes have kind of always been like the toughest part gear-wise that I haven't really mastered yet, because I'm slightly picky in terms of what stuff looks like to a certain degree versus what's practical. So we'll test this out. And obviously, since I'm going in the warmer months, I'll buy some, like maybe some dress shoes or something at like a cheap shop, and then just leave them in Sicily once I move on and travel somewhere else. So hopefully this just helps a little bit in terms of kind of how I pack and what I pack. But once again, it's just start playing around with it, and you really don't have to be super concerned that, oh my God, am I going to have everything? Like, oh, is it going to be okay? Like the basic rule is like have one cold weather outfit and one warm weather outfit, because you just end up re-wearing the same stuff over and over and over again. And it really helps to have like baby wipes on hand, so if you do get like a spot on your clothes, you can wash it off. But like before I started to travel, like I would wear a shirt and then wash it, and wear it one time and wash it. Whereas like now I'll look at the clothes and make sure, okay, does it look nice? And maybe I'll clean it like once a week or something, depending on how often I wear it and how how much I have access to a washer and dryer. And then in terms of entertainment, aside from my laptop, I do travel with an iPhone, and that's how I take all my travel pictures. And I love photography, and I was really torn whether to get like another camera. And for me, I just, at this stage of the game, I think I'm going to just keep sticking with the iPhone. It's what I'm used to, and I don't have to worry about other gear getting damaged. And it's also great because I'm such like a voracious reader. I love to read. And last time I did travel with one book, but then obviously I read that book like 2 times, and I was like, okay, I'm over it. But I use the Kindle app, and I download a whole bunch of books, so that when I am on trains and planes and waiting and in transition, which it will be a lot, while we're traveling, you have a way to entertain yourself. So between like the books on my Kindle app, as well as I love to listen to podcasts, those kind of things can keep me entertained when I am like in a chill mode or I'm waiting for something. So anyway, if anybody has any further questions regarding how or what to pack, feel free to shoot me a message. But yeah, this is kind of what my game plan is for now, and then we'll see where it goes hopefully I can fit everything in. That's the only thing I'm kind of concerned about this time, because I'm bringing a lot more stuff. But anyway, safe travels everyone, enjoy, and I will make another video soon. All right, have a great day. Bye.